Team 7 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Help make America wiser and kinder, with antique rival wisdom team quotes that have passed the test of time to make humanity great, with words of wisdom to encourage, educate, and entertain generations for centuries. Give your kids free easy extra advantage math, spelling, and reading workbooks you can download for free at stop2think.com. Free easy math wisdom workbooks with Octo-Repetition to grow math self-confidence. Free easy alpha Cypher coded puzzles teach letters, numbers, and phrases using antique wisdoms that encourage and educate. And since time is money, practice reading faster with 52 teams of antique rival wisdoms that have passed the test of time to encourage, educate, and entertain generations for centuries. Team Quote 7.1. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790. This astute observation from Franklin creates a clever play on words to deliver a serious message about the importance of preparation. The parallel structure of failing to prepare and preparing to fail elegantly shows how inaction in planning essentially becomes an action toward failure. What makes this quote particularly meaningful is that it comes from Franklin, who was known for his careful planning and systematic approach to self-improvement. As an inventor, diplomat, and scientist, he understood that success rarely happens by accident. The quote suggests several important principles. Lack of preparation is itself a form of action. Future outcomes are often determined by present preparation. Success is usually the result of deliberate planning. Failure often comes not from active mistakes, but from failure to prepare. What seems like neutral inaction, not preparing, is actually a negative action. I find it interesting how Franklin frames this as a direct cause and effect relationship. Not that failing to prepare might lead to failure, but that it is actively setting the stage for failure. Have you found this principle to be true in your own experience? That lack of preparation often leads directly to unsuccessful outcomes. Team Quote 7.2. I hear, I know. I see, I remember. I do, I understand. Confucius, 551 BC, 479 BC. This profound statement from Confucius outlines 3 progressively deeper levels of learning and understanding, each tied to a different mode of engagement. I hear, I know suggests that hearing information is the most basic level of learning. I see, I remember implies that visual learning creates stronger retention. I do, I understand indicates that true understanding comes through direct experience. What makes this observation particularly powerful is how it recognizes that different forms of learning build upon each other, with each level creating a deeper connection to the knowledge. Hearing provides initial knowledge, seeing strengthens memory, doing leads to genuine understanding. The simplicity of the structure, 3 parallel phrases, masks the depth of insight about how humans best learn and truly comprehend new things. It's especially meaningful coming from Confucius, who dedicated his life to teaching and understanding how people learn. Have you noticed this pattern in your own learning experiences? That doing something yourself leads to a different level of understanding than just hearing about it or seeing it done. Team Quote 7.3. Simplicity is the glory of expression. Walt Whitman, 1819 to 1892. This succinct statement from Whitman beautifully embodies its own message. As a poet who revolutionized American verse through his direct, unadorned style, Whitman understood deeply that the clearest expression often has the greatest impact. The word glory is particularly interesting here. It suggests that simplicity isn't just effective, but actually sublime. This challenges the common assumption that complexity or ornate expression equals sophistication. Instead, Whitman suggests that true mastery shows itself in clarity. The ability to express something simply is a form of excellence. Complexity can obscure rather than enhance meaning. The most powerful truths can often be stated simply. Simplicity requires skill and discernment. I find it meaningful that this comes from someone who dealt with profound and complex themes in his poetry, yet sought to express them in direct, accessible language. He demonstrated that simplicity doesn't mean being simplistic. Rather, it means finding the clearest path to meaning. Have you found in your own experience that the most powerful expressions are often the simplest ones? Team quote 7.4. And though hard be the task, keep a stiff upper lip. Phoebe Cary 1822–1871. This line from Phoebe Cary captures a timeless piece of advice about perseverance in the face of difficulty. The phrase, stiff upper lip, has become a well-known expression for maintaining composure and courage during hard times. But Cary's inclusion of, though hard be the task, acknowledges that such stoicism isn't easy. The quote recognizes two important truths. Difficulties in life are inevitable. Hard be the task. Our response to those difficulties is a matter of choice and will. Keep a stiff upper lip. I find it particularly meaningful that she frames this as a conscious choice. The word, keep, implies active maintenance of one's composure, not just passive endurance. It suggests that maintaining courage is itself an ongoing task that requires effort. The archaic phrasing, hard be the task, gives the quote a somewhat formal, almost ceremonial quality, as if this is a time-honored wisdom being passed down. Have you found this principle of maintaining composure during difficult times to be valuable in your own experience? Team quote 7.5. Faith in oneself is the best and safest course. Michelangelo 1475–1564. This powerful statement from Michelangelo carries special weight, coming from someone who undertook such ambitious projects as the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the Statue of David. His assertion that self-faith is both best and safest is particularly interesting. The pairing of best and safest suggests that faith in oneself is not just optimal but also most reliable, both the highest path and the most secure one, a foundation that supports all other endeavors, a compass that keeps us true to our vision, a source of both inspiration and stability. Coming from Michelangelo, who faced significant challenges and skepticism in his work, this isn't just theoretical advice but hard-won wisdom. Despite working for demanding patrons and tackling seemingly impossible projects, his faith in his own vision and abilities enabled him to create timeless masterpieces. Have you found this to be true in your own experience? That trusting in yourself provides both the highest potential for success and the most reliable foundation for action. Team quote 7.6. Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Buddha 567 BC, 484 BC. This profound observation from Buddha uses celestial bodies as a metaphor for the inevitable emergence of truth. The comparison is particularly powerful because it suggests that truth, like the sun and moon, operates according to natural laws that cannot be permanently subverted. The choice of the sun and moon as parallels to truth is meaningful because they are constant and reliable in their appearance. They can be temporarily obscured but not permanently hidden. Their light reveals what darkness conceals. They are beyond human control or manipulation. They serve as universal reference points. I find it interesting that Buddha chose these three specific things: two physical celestial bodies and one abstract concept, suggesting that truth has the same natural inevitability as astronomical phenomena. Just as no cloud can permanently hide the sun, no deception can permanently conceal the truth. The word, cannot, is particularly emphatic. It's not that these things are difficult to hide but impossible. Have you observed this principle at work? How truth tends to emerge over time despite attempts to conceal it. Team quote 7.7. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Saint Jerome 347 AD, 420 AD. This quote from Saint Jerome presents a powerful philosophy of continuous self-improvement through a memorable, almost rhythmic structure. It's fascinating that a message from the 4th century remains so relevant to modern discussions of personal development and excellence. Saint Jerome, known primarily for translating the Bible into Latin, the Vulgate, embodied this principle in his own scholarly work. He continually revised and improved his translations, demonstrating the very progression he describes, from good to better to best. The quote's three-part progression suggests that excellence isn't a destination but a journey. It discourages complacency at any level of achievement. The phrase, "never let it rest," is particularly striking. It implies that even when we reach what we consider best, there might still be room for improvement. This mindset has influenced fields far beyond Jerome's religious context, from education and sports to business and personal development. It speaks to the human capacity for continuous growth, while acknowledging that improvement happens in stages, not all at once. Team quote 7.8. Fortune favors the prepared mind. Louis Pasteur, 1822 to 1895. This insightful observation from Pasteur, coming from his experience as a scientist who made several breakthrough discoveries, suggests that lucky discoveries often come to those who have done the mental groundwork to recognize and understand them. The quote challenges the notion of pure luck or chance by suggesting that opportunities are often only visible to those prepared to see them. What looks like good fortune is often the result of prior preparation. A trained mind can recognize significance in what others might miss. Success comes from the intersection of preparation and opportunity. Being fortunate is often about being ready when opportunity appears. It's particularly meaningful coming from Pasteur, whose discovery of molecular chirality and development of vaccines came through careful preparation, combined with the ability to recognize the significance of unexpected observations. His own career demonstrated how preparation enables one to capitalize on chance events. Have you experienced moments where preparation allowed you to recognize and seize opportunities that might otherwise have been missed? And if you'd like to help raise school test scores and self-confidence, you can give your kids free Easy Extra Advantage math, spelling and reading workbooks you can download for free at stop2think.com or buy at educationstopshate.com. Free Easy Math Wisdom Workbooks with Octo-Repetition to grow math self-confidence. You'll get plenty of repetitive practice of age ranges and averages of our 52 teams of 8 quote authors. Free Easy Alpha Cypher-coded puzzles teach letters, numbers, and phrases using antique wisdoms that encourage and educate. Can you decode this cipher quote of encouragement using either our Learning to Spell or just for fun instructions? And since time is money, practice reading faster with 52 teams of antique rival wisdoms that have passed the test of time to encourage, educate, and entertain generations for centuries. We offer printed versions and time videos with background music. Sign up for free weekly emails of 52 teams of antique rival wisdom workbooks with easy math, spelling, and reading practice. And if you'd like to get paid for sharing our wearable wisdoms, keep this in mind. Everyone I know wears a shirt, and most of us change them daily, so change your shirt and change the world. Social equalities are blatantly subliminal antique positive wisdoms repetitively shared without saying a word. This applies to all our wearable shareable wisdoms, like pretty witty baby onesies and baby tees that you and others will see and read multiple times a day. The same is true with pretty witty kids, but they'll also share these wisdoms with anyone that can read at daycare or school. Youthful truths let your kids gain confidence sharing antique wisdoms with their friends. Imagine them sharing words of wisdom with classmates and teachers. I think, therefore I think tees I wear is a super easy way to share words of wisdom that have passed the test of time. Our social equalities help make us all wiser and kinder with blatantly subliminal messages, promoting a more fair and equal opportunity society for all. And don't forget our giftwisdoms.com for birthdays and holidays that makes it easy to share the wisdom with clothing, coffee mugs, and magnets. So do the future a favor by encouraging, educating, and entertaining with words of wisdom that have passed the test of time to make us all wiser and kinder. With wearable wisdoms to fit babies, kids, and adults, you can clothe a whole family, city, or state. Join the 52 of 8 today at 52of8.com.